Fight fans, and more fight fans. You know something? I like the way this heavyweight division is happening. Things are moving along. Things are evolving. And Ring Magazine has now bumped down Deontay Wilder from being number 2 to number 3 and replaced him with Tyson Fury, which was number 3, right? Luis Ortiz, of course, is number 4. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, Ring Magazine is, they've had their own set of criticism by Muhammad Ali and stuff like that, but it's a reason why the Ring Magazine exists. They're top 10 fighters in certain weight classes. Who's better and what reasons? Tyson Fury gave them a reason to drop Deontay Wilder down. And they seen Tyson Fury did enough to win. And it's based on opinions. It's based on a voting poll. They asked, who do you think won the Wilder Fury fight? 75% Fury, yay. 25% Deontay Wilder. And things like that, people talk. A lot of people are worried about Anthony Joshua, and I get to him in a second. But people are worried about Joshua losing steam or whatever. I think Deontay Wilder is missing the big picture. You know what the big picture is? It's not that Deontay is taking steam from Joshua. He has no idea what's happening. It's the fact that Tyson Fury is taking steam and mustard from you, taking your credibility, taking everything away from you. He thought it was all about him and Joshua. It ain't. Okay? Tyson Fury confirmed that Saturday night. It ain't just about you and Joshua. And you guys that have been rolling with me since probably earlier this year or whatever, when I've been talking about other future opponents with Fury and or with Joshua and Fury, or Joshua with other fighters besides Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder better straighten up. It's happening. See, Deontay Wilder doesn't really know how close he is from losing it all. See, he might fight Joshua, but it won't be the money that he's expecting no more. That's the reality of it. I mean, you get a finer tuned Fury in there, box your ass. No, I know exactly what to do with you now. I know not to get that close to you so you can load that straight right that you figured out all of a sudden, right? I know how to counter that, and I'm going to counter on my own. I'm going to box you all night. I'm going to make it boring, and I'm going to do it of all places. England, the UK, the new mecca of boxing. And then what's he going to do? He's going to come back to America with no belt. Then what he got? What has he had? You got 2 fights with Fury. You had a fight with Fury, and you had a fight with Luis Ortiz. Ooh. You had all type of help in that. So then you fought to a draw. Then you lost the next fight. What you really got? What do you have after that? You know what I mean? Then nobody will talk about you ever. Nobody will care about the Joshua fight no more because you left your title in England. You fought the wrong motherfucker trying to prove a point, thinking, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out. What if it don't come, Deontay? You ain't going to have that fucking judge help no more. You going to have all that corruption and favoritism like you did. Not over there, you ain't. So he's selling himself short, I feel. But guess what? Tyson has outranked him. So it is not all about Deontay no more. And he doesn't see it. He's looking forward to the next fight. Oh, I'm excited. I'm this and that. But he's not looking at the big picture. What if he loses? And I don't know why he's not thinking about that. I don't know why he hasn't took that in consideration. These motherfuckers should have fought Joshua next on April 13th. Get the money, then whoever the winner is, fight in fall. That's granted if he, if Deontay Wilder can catch him and hurt Joshua, he can probably get him out of there. Because what I noticed in the Klitschko fight, Joshua don't know how to hold. because he's not normally, he's a tough kid. So he seldomly gets hurt. He doesn't really hold a lot. So if you hurt him, look what Klitschko did when he caught him. He did a little dance, and I think he fell down under the punch. But he was going down anyway. But that's the fight that he needs to happen to bring his career full circle. But of course, how good is he at bringing his career anywhere, or his handlers? So let's be real. They don't know. They don't, obviously, because they ain't done it by now. They ain't going to do it. So, it's crazy. But no, the Ring Magazine's, prestigious rankings, it goes like this. We've talked about the second place, which is Tyson Fury's the second. Now Deontay Wilder's the third. But guess what, guys? Who the hell has always been number one for the longest? Anthony Joshua. Now, despite what you hear from the LDBC or these other channels that either they don't like Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum because they got these agendas or whatever, stats don't lie. These stats from Ring Magazine are based on actual events. Last I heard, Joshua won his last fight by KO in the 7th, mind you, against Provectin, a guy that Deontay Wilder should have fought. Okay? Nothing happened to his standing. That'd be a different thing if they would have bumped Tyson to where Anthony Joshua was at number one. But it don't work that way. Anthony Joshua hasn't been inactive. In fact, the motherfucker booked 2 dates at the same time. He did. So, no, that shows that, he's consistent. He's knocking out top 10 opponents, and he's been doing it for the longest of time. So I don't want to take away from, the step that Fury took because of his accomplishments by talking about Anthony Joshua. But let's keep it real. Who is that number one still? Anthony Joshua. But what does this mean? Well, this means that Tyson Fury is becoming that particular or that targeted opponent for Anthony Joshua. Sure, Anthony Joshua might fight Dillian White, which I don't want to see that shit. I'd rather see him fight Ortiz. That would be great. But he will fight him. And, or Chisora. So he'll fight him in April 13th. But guess what? When Deontay Wilder and Fury fight again, somebody has to lose and someone has to win. That's real. So, who the hell is left? They can only fight each other so many times. You know what I mean? And now I'm looking at it. God forbids it's Wilder that wins, because Wilder will get the bigger head. He will always sit there and talk about AJ and all this, and he's scared, but you ain't trying to sign now contract. Not a now nothing. You ain't trying to do anything to make a fight happen. But every chance you get, you know what you do. Joshua. Shut up. But because I think he knows, though. I think he knows that as soon as that fight's over, win, lose, or draw, or another damn draw, imagine that shit. Ugh. Right? Joshua will be waiting. And they're not looking at the future. They're looking for the next fight. That's what they're looking at. But they should be looking on a business standpoint. Like, look, we can only fight each other enough. They call themselves freezing out Joshua. They ain't freezing out anybody. People saying, oh, Joshua needs to take the fight. Joshua doesn't have to take anything being in the position that he's in. Let's just be real. He offers someone to fight him. If they don't want to fight him, they're going to move on. Okay, no problem. On to the next one. And that's it. But no, it's big news. It's news worth mentioning. Tyson Fury is stealing the thunder from Deontay Wilder. That's how it's gone. It's slowly happening. He's the hero. See, here's the problem with fighting someone with damn near every other disadvantage. If you are fighting a guy that you have so much leverage over, that all the odds are against him, beating him gives you no credibility. Right? So not only did you not win, you didn't lose. You draw with a guy that you was supposed to knock the hell out. That's your fault. So I can understand why that's happening. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. You know, he's losing the thunder and he's misdirected because he's thinking, as long as I talk about Joshua like I used to, people will give me more accolades and I can convince them that he was scared since he's not the dude to talk to be talking to other people about him, right? Or about that. So, but he's not, he's missing the picture. Your rival or your new rival is outshining you. And I'm going to let that sink in with you guys. But it happens in the sport of boxing. It's happening right now. And Tyson Fury, according to Ring Magazine, is the WBC. No, it's not the WBC. He probably should have been. But he's the Ring Magazine #2 best heavyweight we have today. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe. Forgive the coughing. It's that time of the year, man. I'm sick. Whatever. It don't stop, though. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.